It's the Diamond K Show, sometimes controversial but always authentic. The Diamond K Show is a music insider's view into the world of business and entertainment, hosted by writer, director, and music entrepreneur, yours truly, Diamond K. Hola, people, hola. Thank you for tuning in, thank you for logging on, and thank you for listening to the Diamond K Show. Spread the word, y'all. I post new content daily at ustreamradio.com. Today's show is sponsored by YouAreNotTheFatherBook.com. Read the struggles I faced before and after finding out the 7-year-old boy I was raising was not my own. Digital, paperback, and audio versions are available right now at YouAreNotTheFatherBook.com. With that being said, let's get into today's show. UStreamRadio.com, yours truly, Diamond K here, where we are celebrating over 3 million listens and views to our shows. I am going to be joined momentarily by a special guest, and let me go to the lines and see if she is here. Hello, who's this?
This is Queen Aishah, Diamond K.
How are you doing?
I am wonderful, and yourself. Thanks for having me on.
Very good, very good. I'm doing well. I wish that the winter would leave.
I know it's coming. It's almost over. I knew we were gonna get hit over the head. I know it.
Yeah, and that happened definitely to our listeners that are outside of the DMV area. We got hit with a little bit of snow. And, it's March, and it's really time for this to lighten up.
But I like it because I get to put on my little house on a prairie nightgown with my socks. Yes, that's my excuse to just be hood and homeless.
Well, you have a comedy show coming up on Wednesday that I want to talk about a little bit later. But before we get into to that event, I want to talk a little bit about you and your journey. Where did you grow up?
I grew up in North New Jersey.
Okay.
Yes, north about 3.5 hours. I've been in D.C. for actually on the 29th, I celebrate 23 years in Washington, D.C. Came here out of Job Corps. Yep, came from Job Corps for the summer and been here for 23 years. Yep, my mom said, go to D.C. Mayor Marion Barry is giving out summer jobs to the youth. Go get you a summer job. I did not get my summer job. However, I have performed at the Historic Howard Theater 2 times, almost 2.
Wow,
so,
wow.
Yep, I'm very fortunate and grateful to be in the nation's capital. Have received many blessings and opportunities, but it still ain't nothing like home. I'm a North New Jersey girl to the bone.
Right, it's Brick City.
There you go, Brick City.
Yeah. I have a couple friends in Jersey. Tell us about your earliest memories of comedy.
As far as a child or performing, being a comedian?
No. As a fan.
As a fan, well, it's so funny because my mom and dad, they had like Dolomite records and stuff like that. And I just knew it was these records with these stories that with this strange voice and this man saying stuff that children shouldn't be listening to. My brothers was playing it, and I later learned that was comedy. You understand? It was like stories were being told, but I didn't really have a full understanding. So I can say my earliest of experience in comedy would go back to Dolomite Records, Red Fox, and my brother told me, my oldest brother told me when I was 8, I was cracking, or we say in New Jersey, hiking. On one of his friends, and he said, you should be a comedian. And he just told me that a couple of years ago. I said, are you serious? He was like, yeah. So, you come from the inner city, our black families, everybody they got flavor, they got humor. So, yeah. So
yeah. So how did you translate that to becoming a performer yourself?
Wow, how did I translate that? I was working in retail, and just my personality, I would say things, and co-workers and customers would come in the store and ask me if I was a comedian, if I tried out comedy. And I just believe that when you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, are to give you confirmation. You get messages from the universe, from people, things, or experiences. And I said, okay, I'm going to go to the stage. I'm going to try it out. And that was so funny because that was like when I was 19. I didn't actually try comedy until I was about 22, 23. So it was a few years before I actually decided to go to the stage. And I went on stage. And the first show wasn't that great. But it was cool because it was about 4.5 people there. 3 of them I knew. So they kept it to themselves. We just kept on pumping and pressing. And here I am 19 years later.
So, you know, to someone who has not had the opportunity to see your stage show, describe your stage show.
My stage show is real. It's fun. I'm like that auntie, sister, girlfriend, mama friend, girl next door, give it to you straight. I'll talk about myself. I talk about my husband. It's just a lot of fun. To me, my goal was to always be who I was in front of my friends. So the way I could sit with my friends in the living room at the kitchen table or whatever and just have that personality, have that energy and that flow, that's what my stage show is. And I can honestly say when I look back, when I first started to now, I'm like, wow, I honestly to say I achieved that goal. Because when I go on stage, I just have fun. I just take in like each of these people or my folks, and we sit around and we talk, and whether it's something that is a current event, whether it's something that's on TMZ where I get all my national facts. So just something about family, you know, those types of things. I just come and I just give it a lot of flavor, you know, and try to drop a little knowledge too while I'm there.
Absolutely, absolutely. So the Funny-N-Stilettos comedy tour, let's talk a little bit about that and the motivation behind it and how did it start?
Well, it started me being a female comedian. I just wanted to, I always believe in creating opportunities for myself. I come from a family of entrepreneurs. I don't believe I need to be begging anyone for anything, especially when I have all of this great talent that is already in me. So instead of saying, oh, I want to be on this show and accepting anything, I said, let me create something for myself. And it honestly started as a show in the D.C. area for female comedians. And it grew into something all its own, which I'm very grateful because this month is actually the second year that we did Funny-N-Stilettos. Now, before that, I had Queen Aishah's Woman of Ambition comedy tour. And I changed the name because I wanted to pop a little more and just represent diversity and for them to know. This tour represents all cultures, backgrounds, sexuality. We have a lesbian girl. We have the Jewish girl, we do the Indian girl, a Latino girl, single moms. I'm the African-American married to the African man. So we just go all out, you know, and we just talk about our experiences and the feedback that we get. We get women up in their 80s that come to the show and love it. They love it because it's like liberating women expressing themselves and not male bashing. We're just talking about our experiences, our point of view. So it's like getting 5 one-woman shows in one show. And we have a female DJ. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's really, really awesome. We went over to England last April and was well received. It was me and Vanessa Fraction out of Chicago. And then we used 4 comedians on the 3 shows we did around. We did England, Nottingham, and Birmingham. And they loved the show. They really loved the show. So it's getting a lot of heat. And we just keeping it steady.
So that is wonderful and very inspiring. So this Wednesday, March the 19th, you're going to be at the historic Howard Theater. What is so special about March and this date? Why did you choose to do this in March?
I'm glad you asked that. March is Women's History Month. And again, going back to women and just giving us our props, and especially coming from a female comedian's point of view, a lot of times we're not seeing women on shows. Women are funny. Women have content. We can sell out shows. We can hold the audience. And a lot of times people get the impression that women, we're talking about the same thing. We're talking about sex. We're talking about just a bunch of stuff that is not always true. But and if we are talking about it, if it's funny, it's funny. We don't censor anyone. You know what I'm saying? So it's Women's History Month. So I chose this date because it's Women's History Month, and I wanted to do it at the historic Howard Theater. And it's the 2-year anniversary of the tour as well.
Absolutely. So you definitely want people to know that this is an all-female lineup. That is not something that is usually done.
And we sell out. Our shows sell out.
Very good.
and we basically get the age group we normally get is about 30, 35 and up.
Okay.
We have people that's young, but it's normally 30, 35 and up. You know, and a lot of times women, they make it a girls' night out. They come wearing their stilettos. They get on the purple carpet because, you know, we do purple carpet because we're all royal. Take pictures and all of that. Men, they'll bring their ladies. So it's like, oh, I want to bring my woman to this. Again, we're not male bashing. So men come out, and sometimes they sit there like, oh, I don't know, because they haven't seen a lot of female comedians perform. Besides maybe on television, they've seen a 3-minute set. They're sitting through a show, an hour and a half to 2 hour show, and they're like, wow, these 5 females are rocking. You know what I'm saying? So, and we have Coca Brown from the Single Moms Club. She's the headliner, and she started her comedy career in the D.C. area, so it's like a homecoming for her.
Absolutely. If you can go ahead and, I guess, run down a couple of the other performers that they'll have the chance to see.
Yes, you have Ayana Dukey. She's also from Maryland, but lives in Brooklyn now. We have Chef Kelly. She lives in the area from Miami. And we have Dana Flightman, and she lives in the area. And what we do is we mix experience or comedians that's been doing it longer than with newer comedians. And how many comedians you know? You personally know. You're like, they're funny, but a lot of people don't know them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. So people are like, oh, I never heard of her. Oh, my gosh, she is so funny. So people will know, like, give people a chance. Don't say, oh, I never heard of this person. I'm not going to go see them. They're not funny. We all in. And we got DJ C. Devone that's giving us the music. She's our DJ, and she's a Sagittarius like me, so that's my Sag sister, and she walks out. Yeah. And the majority of my team are all female. We got some guys doing some stuff, but, you know, we putting money and confidence and esteem in the ladies.
Very good. And this, like I said, it's good to see ladies getting together. Usually when you put this amount of ladies together at one time, a fight may break out, but this is something that I can see is positive and funny. How can people get tickets?
TheHowardTheater.com or 202-803-2899. The other thing about what you just said is funny because I create an experience for the performer as well as the audience. As a comedian, being female, I've traveled this world performing. I know where I want to stay, how I want to be treated, and my thing is to give that back to female comedians, whether they've done local shows or international shows. To just know your worth, this is what you need, this is what you're supposed to have, and this is how we're going to do it.
Absolutely. That is wonderful. And like you said, they can get tickets from the historic Howard Theater. Also, they can do it by phone, 202-803-2899. As far as you, how can your fans and supporters, how can they get with you via social media?
Queen Aishah, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Queen Aishah, or Funny, the letter N-Stilettos. The website's the same too, QueenAishah.com, Funny-N-Stilettos.com. And that's just N, not I-N-N, Funny-N-Stilettos.com.
Definitely.
Yeah, I'm Donnie K.
Sure.
Are you coming to the show?
You know, it's still up in the air.
Well, when it falls down, I need you to catch it and be at the Howard Theater.
It's up in the air. I'm going to do my best. I'm gonna have my people talk to your people, and we're gonna make that happen. Let's do it. I like the last person.
Are you married?
No, I'm not.
You got a girl? You got a woman in your life?
Of course.
Well, you need to bring her to the show, or buy her a ticket and let her come with a girl. What's the problem?
Okay. Well, you're right. You called me out. You called me out.
And what sports is on now? They'll give you a chance to, if you don't come, you can catch up on your sports, and she won't be aggravating you as y'all say we do.
you speaking from personal experience now.
Because my husband going to be at the show. He going to be there, okay?
He going to be there?
He going to be there.
You know, well, like you said, there's not going to be a lot of male bashing, so that's a good part.
There's no male bashing at all. I might say some smart out of my mouth because I get it turned up from the top. But anybody that know Queen Aishah know that's what you do. I like to start trouble.
Right now is early 2014. What do your fans and supporters have to look forward to from you for the rest of 2014?
Wow, well, I have a radio show on. Can I promote my radio show?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm on ListenVisionLive.com Tuesdays from 3 to 4 p.m. With Crystal Michaels. It's the Crystal Michaels Show with co-host Queen Aishah. So I have that show going on. I'm working on doing a live DVD taping and some other things for television. Really excited. always creating opportunities for myself. I just really think that we have so much talent, and then we have all of this technology. We should never be without a creative bone in our body, and show not without no money or money on the way.
Absolutely. definitely. And definitely shout out to everybody over at Listen Vision. I know a couple people over there. So
you know Antonio the Cuban smoker?
I do.
I was just on with him. Oh, we be getting into it because he be popping off all the time. But don't tell him I know. But I think we met before. We know some of the same people.
Yeah. Well, this area is small. Entertainment community is really small.
I think you owe me some money. I'm gonna check my books. And
check. Hopefully, I paid all my debts.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to say to your people before we get out of here?
Come out and support Funny-N-Stilettos wherever we are in the world, because we are worldwide. Come out and support QueenAishah.com, Funny-N-Stilettos.com, Queen Aishah, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Diamond K, I appreciate you having me on. I hope you come out, and your listeners that's in the area come out. And if you ain't in the area, tell somebody that's in the area to come out and support the females.
Absolutely.
Doing their thing in comedy, Funny-N-Stilettos.
Absolutely. It goes down the next show this Wednesday, March the 19th, 2014, the historic Howard Theater in Washington, D.C. I definitely want to thank you for calling in and taking some time to chop it up with me, and I wish you nothing but much, much continued success.
Thank you. You're so mellow and laid back and stuff. If I was single, I would come into the studio with you. Thank you. If promoters want to book us, you can hit me at Funny-N-Stilettos@gmail.com. If y'all interested in booking us anywhere in the world, we can make it happen.
All right, that's what's up.
As long as they numbers is right. You understand what I'm saying, Diamond?
Yeah. The zeros got to be in front, not behind, or behind, not in front. You know what I mean?
You need to know how to count. That's what I want you to work on. Thank you, D. I appreciate you.
Absolutely. Thank you. Take care.
Take care. Peace.
Bye.
If you're listening to us on iTunes or Stitcher Radio, please take a moment to give us a 5-star rating or review. We love the feedback. If you're on YouTube, click the like button. Here at Ustream Radio, we bring you exciting programming absolutely free of charge. Log on to ustreamradio.com today. Thank you for listening, y'all.